Before we get into this week's podcast, I recorded my audio on my webcam's microphone yet again, so yes, you're allowed to kill me.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the tea room. Still called the tea room, isn't it?
Yep. Still the tea room for
Good.
now.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the tea room podcast with myself, everyone's favorite Tom TRG, and I, Ryan.
Hi, just the two of us this week.
Yeah, after the monumental.
How long has it been since our last podcast?
I think it's been about 2 weeks.
By the time this goes out, it will have been about 3 weeks since our last podcast.
Oh, hold on, let me just have a quick look. Afternoon tea. Yeah, when you go into channels for afternoon tea, we're now the top result.
Yes, victory.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, by the time this goes out, it'll be 3.
Victory.
Now, the last episode was a little hectic.
You could say that again.
Because I was quite sleep deprived, so it was funny, I hope.
I don't even know what I was doing. I just kind of got a bit sick of it in the end, and was just sort of like,
I think I said I'm doing 25 minutes, that's it. No, that's all I'm gonna do. All we're gonna do, we're gonna do 25 minutes. And we did 25 minutes.
yeah. I like how the length of the podcast have gradually decreased over the episodes.
Let's change that. Let's bring it back up in length.
Like, it started off at an hour, then it was 40 minutes, then it was 25.
Yeah. So by the time this video, well, it is a video, sort of. But by the time this podcast is out, well, there'll also be another video out on Afternoon Tea. The first gaming video on Afternoon Tea will be out on 5 p.m. the Saturday just gone. By the time you're listening.
That'll be the adventure pack, yeah?
Yeah, we're playing Shopping Spree.
That was a good recording session.
If you haven't watched it, then it will be in the description below, and I might put a card here if I can be bothered. So you can watch it and come back.
I mean, up to you,
It's
but
up to you, really. You do you, really. If
yeah.
Just here for the podcast. I've got to ask why, but whatever.
I mean, this is probably the one people will like the most, as it's literally an actual podcast rather than just 3 to 4 people just shouting at each other for 40 minutes.
So in the future in the podcast, we're looking to bring in some different guests, some people you've not seen before, Swag and Jordan Stories, people like that.
I like how it's been, like a month or 2 since Afternoon Tea was formed, and yet not everyone is yet to make their debuts.
Well, actually, by the time a video we're working on is out, everyone will have made their debut.
Whoa!
Woohoo! Victory! It's been a busy week for you, Tom. You've been up and down the country constantly.
I know. I've been traveling the great country of Brexit land. I mean Britain.
So where was your first stop on your 2-part tour?
My first stop on my magical adventure was to the Viking town of York. Not the new one, the original, the classic.
Okay, the title of this podcast is now York Classic. Thank you. York Classic Edition. That's the title of this podcast.
York Classic, love it.
So what were you up to in York?
Just kind of exploring, really. I mean, I went to York when I was
A wee laddie.
Yeah, literally a wee laddie. And considering, as some of you may be able to tell, I'm a bit of a train fanatic. They've got that giant train museum as you enter York. So how could I resist?
I like the York Uni. I looked into it. It looks quite nice.
Yeah, York University. I didn't really personally see much of it, but I saw a few towers and students walking around with their student ID cards, and
Okay.
yeah, I mean it's a lovely little city. Is it a city? I guess it is because it's got a Minster.
Yeah.
It's got a Minster, but it's a tiny city. Like It is
Yeah.
really small.
It probably a good place to go for university then, 'cause it's not because you're not going to get that thing where you go to a city and you're like, oh my god, oh so much space, oh geez, kill me.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's a city, but it's not an overgrown, bustling metropolis. It's a very quaint, traditional English city.
It's like last year I went to Porto, and Porto's not a massive city, but when you get to Porto, you're like, oh wow, oh geez, this is a city. But I think it's nice going to cities, especially although I'm near cities, I'm near Wolverhampton, I'm near Birmingham. I live in a town. It's a built-up town, but it's a town.
Yeah, see, I'm literally, 40 minutes by car and 20 minutes by train to London.
Yeah,
So
you're down in the south.
I know. And
I all the time I get people saying, "Are you from the south?" I'm like, "No." "Are you from the north?" This is from Southerners. "No." "Where are you from then?" "The Midlands." "The what?" "The Midlands." "What's that?" "It's in the middle." "Oh."
yeah, to me, I always think the Midlands was always been regarded as sort of like that unspoken no man's land where especially tourists come in. I'm really stereotyping here, but come on, let's be real here. No one expects someone to go, oh, I'm from the Midlands. You either say you're either from London or you're from Manchester.
Yeah. It's like, and on our tour of England, we'll go to London, we'll go to Manchester, Liverpool, and let's not go to Birmingham. Nah. You don't want to go to Birmingham. That's not. It's not a bad place. It's just not a nice place.
I suppose like there's apart from the NEC, there's not much to do there.
Well, that's the Bullring. The Bullring's nice, but then this like Bullring's nice. Birmingham City Uni is lovely, but then once you get to the bit in between the center of the city and everyone else, and it's like, oh, what the hell is this? It's not nice. There's always that little bit of the city, like not the outskirts, but the inner outskirts. That's awful.
Still, I will have to thank Birmingham for this, just for this one thing. Cheers for Che Adams, lads.
Oh yeah, football. Oh, care about football on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
We're a gaming channel.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just move on quickly then.
Tell you what, in the comments below, if you understand football, just say, "I understand football."
Just say it. Just say it's coming home.
Oh no, to get people's hopes up, Tom.
Oh, come on.
I think everyone and their dog watched the World Cup.
Kieran Trippier did that to us over a year ago now. I think everyone's braced for the worst. Oh my God, the World Cup was over a year ago.
Yes, it was. But yes. So, what sort of sights did you see in York?
Well, as I said, we saw the train museum. It was a beautiful thing. Converted the old engine set, the engine sheds into this massive hall of steam engines and just carriages and just things that would really interest me and probably bore everyone else.
Ah, that's nice. It always looks like a nice play.
Oh, it is. And then we did because one of the nice things I like about York and also things like Chester and things is that they still kept up the old Viking and Roman walls. So we walked halfway round the Great Wall of York.
The Great Wall of York. Okay, now that is the title. The Great Wall of York. I'm gonna write that down somewhere without making a massive noise. So you also went to London. Talk about London for a little bit while I write this down.
Okay, yeah. So I've just returned from a couple of days in London. We stayed at a Premier Inn hub. Are you aware of what a Premier Inn? Are you aware of what a Premier Inn hub is, Ryan?
I do not have a scoop.
A Premier Inn hub is basically like you have Premier Inn.
Yep.
Okay, well, basically, in major cities, they have these tiny little hotels called hubs, which is literally you have a tiny, tiny room which has got everything you need. It's got a telly, a bed, and a shower.
I've stayed at a Premier Inn a couple. Oh, but let's just talk about budget hotels. I've stayed at a Premier Inn like once or twice. It's all right. I've stayed at plenty of travel lodges.
Yeah, I'm a Travelodge kind of
I
guy.
don't mind them. I know they're kind of crap, but then you get what you get. You get a TV, you get beds that are somewhat comfortable, and a kettle that's hopefully not full of pubic hair.
Oh, come on. But there is the one thing everyone. There's one thing which you pay for when you go for a Travelodge.
Wi-Fi.
No, their Wi-Fi's crap. It's the unlimited breakfast.
Oh yeah. I'm not big on cooked breakfast. I like a cooked breakfast, but ugh. I don't get
Yeah.
people who have them every day. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. But like, if you go for a Travelodge, you book the breakfast as part of your deal.
Oh yes,
Like,
unless you're getting a flight at like 7 in the morning, in which case you're getting there at like 9. You're waking up at 4. There's no.
yeah. Well, even then, if you're getting a flight at 9, why are you checking into a Travelodge? Just check into the hotels in the airport.
Oh yeah. Well, usually there's a lot of airport travel lodges.
Yeah, or even then, or what some people do is, especially if you're going from like Gatwick, well, this is my situation because obviously London and everything. You go to the Premier Inn hub, which is in King's Cross Station.
Oh, that's useful.
And then you get up early, and then you just grab the tube to Heathrow, Gatwick, or any of the airport terminals.
Well, there you go. Because Travelodge is all right. You get what you get.
Yeah, I've never ever stayed in a Holiday Inn.
Oh, they're all right. There's nothing bad about them. The beds are pretty comfortable, but well, it depends what you're on. If you're on the pull-out beds, then they're like sleeping on a rock. But the actual proper beds are nice.
Yeah.
But then I've stayed in a couple Hiltons. It's like, ooh, Hilton. I've stayed in a few Hiltons. And you're like, ooh, I'm staying in a Hilton.
Yeah.
Like, hang on, a Hilton is kind of still a budget hotel, really. As much as they want to class themselves up, it doesn't really work.
What would you say was the most expensive hotel you've ever stayed in?
Not in this country. I went to Austria a few years ago. Oh God, we're gonna be these dicks who talk about travel now.
Well, I mean, it's kind of. I mean, it's the summer holidays. It's perfectly topical.
Well, this was in May. In May once I went to Austria. It was snowing in May. It was lovely. What we do is we'd climb up the mountains and then get the cable car back down. No, we'd get the cable car up the mountain and then climb back down. That was easier. That's it. But basically, we stayed it was called a chalet. Everything was called a chalet there. It was in like a wooden lodge with like 10 different rooms in, and you all ate in the same like restaurant area. But the food was amazing, and like I don't think it was the most expensive or like most like high quality, but it's the sort of country where it's just lovely to visit. It's really nice and calm.
Yeah, but for me, I think the most expensive hotel I've ever stayed in was when I went to Chester a good few years back now. Stayed just outside the city in this gorgeous suite.
Oh, nice.
This gorgeous first class suite. The dinners were just fantastic. The breakfasts were second to none for pretty much anything.
But I've never been one of these people who's like, oh, I've got to stay in a nice hotel. As long as the bed's somewhat comfortable and the TV works.
Yeah. That's what you need. And also just make sure it's got at least 3.5 stars plus on Google reviews.
On TripAdvisor.
On TripAdvisor, Trivago, all those other places.
Hotel? Trivago. Other brands are available.
Other websites to advertise and promote deals on your hotels are available.
Like davidsbookyourhotels.org on there.
I thought I thought about making reference to a bookshop in the town next door to mine, David's bookshop.
David's bookshop. You just text the guy. All right, Dave. I'm flying out from Gatwick tomorrow. Can you just find me an hotel? Like, yeah, sure, of course. I've got you this one. It's a bit far away. It's in Malta, but you know it'll do. Dodgy Dave sorting out your hotels.
Dodgy Dave wheeling and dealing your hotels.
That's why he's giving up the politics. He's just fucking works for Trivago.
I mean, not many others. Considering the man has literally sort of gone from leader of the prime minister to notable lover of swine fellatio.
It's your boy David, the swine lover. Anyway, this is let's not go down this tangent.
Yeah, let's go down. But yeah.
I've already made us take the explicit filter. Oh well.
Never mind. It was like it's like we had monetization enabled anyway.
Every time I'm on the thing we make our podcasts upload from, which I think is in the first couple of podcasts. It won't be in future, but I go on it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to take the explicit filter. Yep, it's explicit. There we go. It's like but yeah, it's I just enjoy seeing new places. Really, I'm always glad to get home. It doesn't matter, even if I've just gone like to Manchester for a couple of days. I'm always very glad to get home.
Oh, same. I'm a proper home bird. Like, I don't know how. Like, that's the reason why I chose University of Hertfordshire. I mean, other than the course being fantastic, but
yeah,
it just helps the fact that I just like my home comforts. I like to know where I am.
You can just like nip back down to your mum's with your washing. Can
you
exactly. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if I go to uni, I'd love to go and do film and TV production, which is the same course you're going to do. So tell me how it is. I think I'd want to stay at home because one, it saves you money, and two, I just can't be asked to move.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Like, see, that's why I like going. That's why I'm looking forward to Hertfordshire, because yes, I am moving. I am moving away in September, but it's not too far away. And then if I absolutely hate it with a passion, I'm not too far away that I can't just commute for the second year.
In the second year, if you don't find somewhere to live, because that could always happen, you just go back home. Like, all right, I'm back.
Still, again, that's one of the other things that I like about Hertfordshire. If you apply it early enough, you can still live in the flats.
Oh, that's nice. Because I think if I went to university, I'd either go to BCU, Birmingham City, or Wolverhampton, because Wolverhampton's half an hour drive, probably about 45 minutes by train. Same with Birmingham, probably about 45 minutes by train, about 40 minutes driving, as long as you pick the right time to go on the M6. Something you couldn't commute.
Yeah, like at one point, I was looking at going to Aberystwyth.
Oh, blimey, that's quite the distance. That's not that far from me.
Yeah, not far from you, but bloody.
Is it north or south Wales?
It's very north.
No, it is a bit of a distance to me then, actually.
Like, it is like peak north. Like, okay, I'm just gonna just sort of Google Aberystwyth. I can't even bloody spell it. How enough will I be able to apply for a? Okay, right, maps. Right, Aberystwyth directions. Choose my starting point.
Yeah, I recently I was curious into university courses. I found something I could not believe existed. Courses in comedy. There are courses in comedy. University courses in comedy.
Oh yeah. Like, that's a real thing now.
I don't think I'd do it, but it is interesting. It's really interesting that it even exists. Is marvelous. But you know, you can do anything. There's a degree. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's a degree in memes somewhere. Because I saw a
Oh.
video of you know, I don't know I don't know what his name is. The old guy meme with Harold or whatever his name is. Harold, I think it is. On Facebook. Oh God, Facebook. I never used Facebook. I was on it on boredom. I saw a video of that guy spending a day at a university. Oh my God, he's like he's a walking meme. He's a walking meme, and he knows it.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
I've tagged you in it on Facebook, so you will find it.
Okay.
No, I hate talking about Facebook. I never use it. Social media wise, I use Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
All links are in our channels.
Well, not to my Snapchat. Don't add that, please.
No, not just Snapchat, but like
That's my private. Instagram. I don't know if I'd link to it. My Twitter at the iRyan. Simple. Follow me. That's linked in the description to this video. Will be our Twitter.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought that was a pretty sick plug. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I think with Twitter, I like Twitter, but I'm just lazy at Twitter. I don't post much, to be honest. I just look at what other people are posting.
Oh yeah, I don't really. Well, the only things I really tweet nowadays are just me complaining about football results and
We always get back.
and memes. What? We're talking about Twitter, and we're just talking about what we
Twitter.
tweet.
Tweet. I don't know about Twitter. It's weird. I feel like the Twitter community can be a little drastic sometimes about things.
Oh yeah, like the problem with Twitter is you can either Twitter is pretty much filled with people like me who just want to take the piss all the time, but no one really gives a shit about it. Or you have two other kinds. You have the ones who just over dramatize everything and just make a situation 10 times worse than what they actually think. Or you have the Stan accounts.
Oh God. My favorite Twitter account is at @SheenFacts_. It is incorrect facts on Michael Sheen. Now I'd like to begin a segment I like to call Sheen Facts.
Oh no.
Michael Sheen wrote the hit song Sexy and I Know It about David Tennant.
I mean, he's not wrong.
And Michael Sheen kills anyone he sees littering on sight. Michael Sheen was a flapper during the 1920s. There's more. Michael Sheen's favorite snack is pine cones. Michael Sheen sells Avon as a side hustle, and Michael Sheen is the secret sixth member of the Fab Five. If you like these lovely Sheen facts, I'll read some more next week. At SheenFacts_ on Twitter. For the Americans, Michael Sheen is a Welsh actor. You wouldn't think he's Welsh. He sometimes sounds incredibly not Welsh, but he's Michael Sheen, for reference. What do you want to say, really?
Well, okay, I can sort of bring it around because we were talking about comedy and different things. Mind if I tell you just something else about what I did in London?
Yes, of course, because you went to London, didn't you?
Yeah, I never actually sort of talk about what I actually did, but I went to a comedy club.
Oh, did you? Which one?
I'm not going to disclose the name of it in case. I mean, no one's going to watch it. I mean, I'll get this far, but just in case, I'm not going to actually. I'll tell you the name after the recording, but I just don't really want to because it's.
Yeah,
but
okay.
yeah, like it's a very sort of niche one that may give some clues, but basically went to this comedy club and it was new material night.
Ooh, who was there? Was anyone prominent there, or just people?
It had one celebrity appearance, and the others were like, I mean, they were kind of, but they're probably more well known within like their areas and things.
Yeah.
And probably in the London area, they're probably well known. I didn't really know them, but they were bloody brilliant. Every single one of them were just hilarious. But the guest announcement and the guest celebrity who they don't disclose until you arrive. So it's
obviously.
Yeah. and it was none other than Tom Allen.
Oh, I like Tom Allen. He's really funny.
He's really funny.
Have you heard about on eBay? Oreos or Oreos. I switch between the two pronunciations. I don't care which you prefer. Both of them are fine with me. Lewis Capaldi. I presume you know Lewis Capaldi. Some
Yeah.
relation to Peter Capaldi. Not much, but some. He's licked a pack of Oreos for charity, and they are being auctioned, framed on eBay.
I wonder what that was all about. Like,
the bid is currently up to 6 hours left. It's currently up to £1,600. All proceeds go to charity. I don't know why this exists, but it's for charity, so that obviously means it's not weird at all.
I mean, it's a very Lewis Capaldi kind of thing.
He's so funny on Instagram. Jesus. Did you see his London Underground billboard? He had a billboard on the Underground with him with like goggles on and like a towel around his head and like a red towel on his head. Look and said, "Look, Mom, I'm the Scottish Beyonce. Buy my album," or something like that.
Yeah,
That's paraphrasing, but there's definitely "I am the Scottish Beyonce."
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't really listen to his stuff. Like, I'm not a big fan of his music, but his persona, like his person, I love the guy. I love the guy.
Yeah, he seems very genuine as well.
Yeah, like everything he says, everything he does doesn't look like an act at all. Like,
No.
like everything he sort of talks about was far too instantaneous to be anything other than him being absolutely genuine. Like, his music's not my kind of thing, but
Yeah.
I could sit down and just listen to him in just any kind of interview,
Any
self-interview.
conversation.
Yeah, I could literally just sit and listen to someone have a conversation with him, and I'd find that would just entertain me.
So I think this week we've been working hard for afternoon tea as we always do. But yeah, we, as I said, our first gaming video will be out by now. It's us playing Minecraft. That's in right now.
Yeah, because you know, we're hip, we're trendy.
We're hip, trendy.
You know, we know all these these cool trends. You know, the floss and Pokemon Go.
Oh Jesus, stop this. But yeah, it's interesting having a group of creators. You learn lots about people. You learn lots about the way people work, and you're like, well, why do you do that? And it's like, oh yeah, I do this. It's like, okay, that's weird, but cool.
But at the same time, it's also like running a preschool.
Oh, get back here! What are you doing?
It's running when you're trying to do collabs with multiple people. It is literally. Yeah, it is quite literally just running a pet shop or a preschool. You just got everyone not at one stage or another. Everything just gets out of hand, and it's just a load of noise, and it takes forever for everyone just to come down and get back down to earth and actually carry on with what they're meant to be doing in the first place.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. It's fulfilling when you'll record something like, "Oh, that went well."
Oh yeah, like at the end of it, it is a very satisfying thing to sort of go. It's like it's a mixed feelings. It's, oh my god, I can't believe we record that session, but at the same time, it's like, oh my god, thank God that's over.
But next week or next fortnight or whatever. We'll try and do weekly, but we can't promise it.
No, we have lives to live. We can't.
Yep.
We're still trying to balance it. You know, early days, baby steps, and all that.
But yeah, next week, because I know we've had a lot of Ninty Fan on this podcast, and sometimes it'll just be me and Tom because we host the podcast, we run the podcast. You know. And some weeks it might not be me, it might not be Tom. You never know. But we'll try, and usually it'll be me and Tom and someone else possibly. But yeah, we'll definitely get Jordan Stories on sometime soon. Maybe the next few weeks once his life has slowed down a bit, and he's got a lot more time to dedicate to recording. Swaggin, we've got to get Swaggin on at some point because we've not had him on yet.
Yeah, come on, Swaggin, get with the times.
But yeah, we almost had Swaggin on a few weeks ago, actually, for the last episode. But in the end, we did not. We had Ninty-Fan and Trainable instead.
Yeah,
Ninty-Fan has done plenty of episodes. I'm pretty sure Ninty-Fan would be willing to do every episode. But, you know, give Jake a break. Hashtag give Jake a break. But if there are any other creators, within reason, that you would like to see on the podcast, do let us know. Like Aussie Space, Game Enough, people like that. We might be able to get a hold of them for an episode or two. You never know. I think running YouTube groups is a difficult thing, and I've been in YouTube groups, and ever since we've properly started Afternoon Tea and tried, you appreciate the work that other people have had to put in running these things, because like, oh my god, it's working with people is difficult. No offense to people, but you've got 6 people with individual lives, and you've got to try and make them all fit together a little bit.
yeah, like especially with time zones and things, it's just sort of a bit difficult to just maintain.
Yep. But I think recently, I've been busy, you've been busy, but we've, thanks to this thing called summer, we've had plenty of time. The real challenge for us will be in September, because everyone will go back to have busy lives. They'll be like, oh, you can't do that anymore? Okay, sure. But we've got good plans for Afternoon Tea. As I said, we've got an upcoming series, hopefully, because our plans are, I shouldn't say the plans because we won't stick to them probably. Our plans are to upload at 5 p.m. on a Monday. That will be the podcast. Well, 5 p.m. every Monday or every other Monday or whenever. Some Mondays, not Mondays. Then on a Wednesday, we'll hopefully be doing an untitled series on a video game. We won't talk about it. We won't let you know the details yet. You've got to stick around. You've got to watch. That should be starting some point soon on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. UK. These are all British summertime or GMT, depending on what time of the year you're watching this. They're all British times. And then we're looking to do different videos every week on a Saturday. But again, that'll be only if we have a video. But we're basically at Christmas, we'd love to do, if the channel like picks up and we get to, I'm not going to say a number, I'm not going to predict things. If we get to a decent-ish audience, we're looking at doing a charity Christmas stream, just for a laugh, a proper structured long-form stream, not 24 hours, maybe like 16 or something. That's doable, with guests and all sorts, and we could do that. And then after Christmas, if people like us streaming, we might start streaming.
Yeah.
Because you know, Twitch is in. But it's likely the Christmas stream would be on YouTube and Twitch, but then the streaming like schedule would only be on Twitch, unfortunately, because YouTube's streaming is dog shit. Sorry, YouTube, it's absolutely awful. I hate it. So yes, if we do the Christmas stream and you're watching on YouTube and you notice, oh, this bitrate's awful, I'll just say go to Twitch. It's better. I've always had struggles with YouTube streaming. It's never quite right. It's something about the way it works. It just doesn't work for me. It's not right. Because my internet is really good. My internet's fine, but I could stream on Twitch, no problems. But then the second I try and stream on YouTube, it's just a pain. Like the color will be off as well. Because I did a stream of me. I think I did a stream of me destroying Windows XP a while ago. I did destroy it. It was destroyed. I streamed on Twitch and I streamed on YouTube at the same time, which was already tasking my computer. But I noticed that the YouTube stream was a completely different shade of red on the background. It was like the color was like the contrast was like really high or something. It was really weird. Thanks, YouTube. So what creators have you been watching recently, actually?
To be honest, I've been rewatching the Yogscast Minecraft series.
Same. I've been watching a lot of Yoska streams, actually.
I've binge watched. I'm currently on episode 26 now of Hole Diggers, but I've binge watched the entirety of Moon Quest, Mars Quest, and Jaffa Quest.
Jesus.
And now I'm through into Hole Diggers.
Hole Diggers is good. But yeah, when people ask what games we'll be playing afternoon tea, it really depends on what games we have. Because we actually have like a list of all the games we've got, and we see where they match up. And it depends who's recording.
And they don't match up very often.
No, but there are certain games that always match up, like Minecraft, Gary's Mod, and obviously online like Cards Against Humanity. And there's some free games as well that I think we should try, like Open TTD, Transport Tycoon Deluxe. Because I don't know if you do you know it?
Not really.
I think you would. I think people would like it. It's well, you make trains and roads and stuff. It's surprisingly competitive and surprisingly fun for a game from like years and years ago. But yeah, if you've got suggestions for games you'd like us to play or think it'd be good for us to play, then do just say down below, because we will listen to suggestions. Obviously it depends if we've got it. If one of us already has it, it's more likely that the others will buy it. But I think we don't know yet. Depends what we like to play, really.
I also want to have an all real session of Double Action Boogaloo.
Oh my god, we have to do that sometime.
We have to, like, that would just be hilarious.
Yeah, sometime. That's free, isn't it?
Yeah, it is free, but it's just so stupid.
Oh, we'll have to have a look at that sometime then.
It's just such a stupid game.
Have you been playing any games recently?
Not really. I mean, I have got. I've been playing a bit of. I've pretty much just been playing just more Minecraft, really. Like, I've got my own little private, just my own little world which I'm actually doing quite a lot of stuff in. Like, you never know. One video, I can open it to LAN and show it off to you all.
We can have a little tour. During the Steam sale, I bought House Flipper. I didn't buy many games during the Steam sale, apart from Starbound. That was just to level myself up on Steam.
Wow.
Because they did a bug, didn't they, where you could glitch it and level up by drinking loads of sodas on Starbound.
See, I just never bothered with the Steam level ups, so I don't think
it doesn't mean anything. If you're wondering if you can add us on Steam, no.
Still, that'd be interesting though. If our audience starts to become a bit, we could create an afternoon tea Steam group.
Can you do that on Steam? I don't really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I'm not a big on the social side of Steam because it's absolutely crap.
Oh, it is, but I reckon.
Well, we do have a Discord server actually, which will be open to the public by the time this is up. But yeah, recently I bought House Flipper in the Steam summer sale, and I put off playing it time and time again. It's like, oh, I can't be bothered. But I decided, do you know what? I will play it. I'll sit down. I'll shut the curtains for a couple days, and just play it. And it's such a satisfying game to play because it's so simple. You're flipping around houses, not like, but like, you're fixing up houses, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's something. It's not multiplayer, obviously. It's single player, but it's really laid back. You're just there painting walls, putting down furniture. It's a nice, relaxed game. And it's surprisingly not that time consuming of a game. It's easy to play. It's laid back. It's quick to learn. It's I think it's a good game to play while you're listening to a podcast or listening to music, just whatever you're doing, really.
Yeah.
Good to just kill time. Other games I've been playing. We're not really a games podcast because although we have a gaming channel, ironically enough, I don't think any of us are really that massive gamers.
Not really. No, I wouldn't consider ourselves.
I like my games. I play a lot of PC games, but I don't dedicate hours and hours to gaming. I know that I know Swaggin plays a lot of Smash Bros and things like that, but again, I don't think Swaggin's a massive gamer. I know Jordan Stories isn't a massive gamer, even though he used to be called Courage Gaming and he still is on Twitch. I know you're not a massive gamer. You like your games. We all like our games, otherwise we
Yeah.
but,
See, I enjoy my FIFA. I enjoy my Just Cause. I enjoy my games. I just wouldn't call myself a gamer. Well, I would, but not like a pro. Of course, I'm a casual gamer.
we're all filthy casuals.
We're all definitely casuals.
Ninty fan. He likes the art of bad games. He loves to play bad games. On his own channel, he does reviews of bad games. It's amazing. And then Trainable, he's not a massive gamer either. But again, we all like our games. We play what we want. I think it just comes down to time. Because I like to explore new games, but I just don't have time half the time. Because especially with recording and stuff.
Yeah.
People are like, I've got to record this. And then you'll sit down, you're like, oh, I've got a couple hours to myself for once. I've got no coursework, I've got nothing to do. You think, oh, I might sit and play a game, and then you're like, oh, so and so's uploaded a video to YouTube. And well, that's it. You just get sucked into YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Because it's YouTube is an easy way to watch content. Same with Netflix. I don't know if you have Netflix.
Helen? Sorry.
I don't know if you have Netflix.
I don't know.
Well, we've really, in my house, we've really bought into the whole streaming thing. I don't have a TV box anymore. For TV, I've got Netflix, Prime, and Now TV.
I just have Now TV.
And Now TV is really good, actually.
Everything I need is just on Now TV. You know.
Have you got the TV pass?
I don't really watch TV, to be honest. Like.
Oh, I watch a lot of stuff on Now TV because it's got like all the HBO stuff. Like Last Week Tonight is an amazing show. Anyone who's just interested in the world at all, watch it. It's honestly, it's an amazing way, especially if you're not from America. It's an amazing way to consume news about America.
Fair enough. You see, for me, I've just got everything I need. Like I've got a Sky Cinema pass. I've got my Sky Sports. Got my Sky Sports pass.
I don't. I'm not. I have my ways, but I do not have a Sky Sports pass.
You see, I have my Sky Sports pass. I have my Sky Cinema pass. Like, and I've got the other things. Like I've got iPlayer. I've got YouTube on there. Like, I don't need anything else.
And we're not a big news podcast, but I do want to discuss a singular thing. Spider-Man.
Ah, here we go.
Oh, Jesus. Well, you all know by now, the internet's blown up with it. Fucking Sony and Disney. It's both of their faults, really.
Yeah, like Disney getting too greedy, Sony not really, sort of.
I mean, I think Disney deserve more money, but I guess Sony fund the films, I suppose. But
yeah, I guess because Disney never actually officially bought back the Spider-Man license.
No, they didn't.
Sony were just like, okay, if you give us the right funding and everything, we can.
Yeah, and it's really
make it part of the MCU.
It's annoying because as much as Tom Holland's an amazing Spider-Man and John Watts is an amazing director, and it's got a good cast, it's got good films, but the problem is the backbone of the franchise now, the reboot, the MCU reboot is the MCU. Look at Nick Fury, Tony Stark. I'm not a big Marvel buff. I like Marvel, but I'm not like, I've got to watch every Marvel film. But the Spider-Man films, I really like them because they tied in really well to everything. When Sony just take them away, they're not going to be as good. They're going to be good. I'm sure they'll be a good film. I'm sure if this deal doesn't get worked out, they'll be good films. But they won't be anywhere near as good as the previous ones. It's impossible.
Also, I just kind of like they both stab themselves in their own foot because, as you say, like after the events of Endgame, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to beat around the bush. It's on DVD. if you haven't seen if you haven't seen Endgame yet, then you're
And if you don't know what happens yet, well done.
well done. I am very impressed, but at the same time, where have you been living? And
I got it spoiled to me like the day after I went into cinemas.
yeah, like, and if you and could you tell me where it is you've been staying, so that when another film comes out, I can go and visit.
You know, maybe Dave can get us to stay there, get us a cheap room.
Yeah, but like after the events of Endgame and in Spider-Man: Far From Home,
Mm.
I'm so glad. And I
Did you watch it in cinemas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's such an amazing
It's
film.
so good. Like I watched it the weekend it came out, and
We won't give out too many spoilers.
Yeah,
because
but-
it is still in cinemas.
Yeah, and people still haven't seen it yet.
We won't give out too many spoilers, but all I'm going to say is, if you have not been a big fan of Marvel movies and Spider-Man movies, especially with the previous installments, such as Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, all subject to their own personal issues, if you want to start getting into Marvel movies, watch it. It doesn't matter if you've not seen the first one, it will make sense to you. As long as you know what happened in Endgame a little bit.
Yeah, like if you know sort of roughly what happens in the events of Endgame, or like
Again, we won't spoil it. You can Google it if you want to know.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much everywhere at this point now, so there's no real point trying to beat around the bush. But my point was the events of Endgame and in Far From Home set up Spider-Man to be the protagonist in the new phase of the MCU films.
Yep, and they
now they're
also
both
set up the next film.
Yeah, they set up the third Spider-Man film, but like Marvel's formula was basically every time was always just or a few origin stories, team up film, a few sequels, team up film, conclusions of the trilogies, team up film, final battle, new wave. And like I feel like Far From Home was meant to be a backdoor pilot.
Yeah, it was the the last film in Phase 3.
Yeah, it's a backdoor pilot and the introduction into Phase 4 of the MCU.
Obviously, the phase without Tony Stark, but we've become a movie podcast now. Oh well, but if there's no Tony Stark. No. If you didn't know that by now, just wake up, sheeple.
Just don't get triggered now. It's been like 5 months.
Yeah, the directors, the Russo brothers officially lifted the spoiler ban, so we can say whatever we want about the film. Obviously not on Far From Home. We'll keep that secret. But he is set up as like the new protagonist of the MCU, and I think Marvel and Sony, they will work out a deal.
I hope they do. Like I mean, considering the amount of backlash it's had, like I think they'd both be stupid not to. Like, did you see what Jeremy Renner tweeted the other?
Yes,
about
I did, and Ryan Reynolds as well. What I really find ironic though is obviously Fox MCU is completely separate from Marvel. The real irony is they're both owned by Disney.
That's just what it boils down to.
Yeah, but I think they will work a deal out somehow.
I kind of feel like they have to now, considering the backlash it's had online. Like Disney, like they'll start boycotting the future MCU films. Like
at first it was just boycotting Sony, but then people have thought, oh, it is both sides are to blame, because Disney wants more money. They deserve more money, but they don't deserve 50%, arguably. Sony want money. That's just Sony. And I think they will. I think they will work something out. I really hope they do, because when members of your own company, Marvel, and actors for your company want a deal to be worked out, you need to work the deal out, guys. YouTube, I don't know, lock you in a room for half an hour, sort something out, come out when you're done.
Honestly, like I would honestly be convinced if they just had a 3-way meeting with the chief executive at Disney, the chief executive at Sony, but also the chief executive
Kevin Feige
of Marvel Comics. Like Marvel Comics to sit down with them.
And the films
and-
are headed up by Kevin Feige. I think that's how you say it. I always say it wrong. And I don't know who runs Sony. I don't know, some guy.
Yeah, but point being, like, they'd be stupid not to negotiate something.
It'd be ridiculous. But yeah, if you've not seen Far From Home, watch it. And I think to close up the podcast, tell us a little bit more about your trip to London.
My trip to London, eh? Well, I said about this comedy club, which was bloody fantastic. I went to Camden Market for the first time.
And how was it?
Bloody massive.
Is it? It does look massive. To be fair,
Like, I never seen any pictures of it or anything. I just knew it was there, but I've never been there when I went.
I've seen a couple pictures. It's like it's weird.
It just went on and on and on, and there's just loads of, like, you turn one street and then you're in like a just a regular traders section. Then you turn the next, and then you're in just kiosks of international foods.
Oh God, yeah, there's all sorts of that. I remember I was a few years ago looking into the German markets, and they always look really nice. But then again, there's always like, oh, yeah, I can't be bothered, really, with them.
Yeah,
But yeah, did you get anything else really?
I mean, like, Camden Market took a lot longer than I anticipated. Like I didn't finish going around Camden Market till about 5:30.
Oh geez, was it a whole day affair?
Pretty much, but ended up going to then ended up having just grabbing some food on the South Bank,
Well, there you go.
and just watching the buses go across the bridge, going through all the individual sort of sections, and just sort of crossing the bridge, seeing the trains go past, seeing the different boats and things across the Thames. Like, I do like London. London is one of my favorite
I've
places
never
to
been.
go.
I plan to go fairly soon, hopefully. I really hope. Some point in the future, I plan to, but I've never been, so I can't comment really.
I kind of like that's where we have to go to meet up for time. We both have to go to London.
And in the next few years, no, not Alexa. In the next few years, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing with the internet is you've met so many people, but you've not met them. No, it's weird.
It is very strange.
Peculiar. But I think on that note, thank you for listening to the 4th episode of the Tea Room, and a much more chilled episode of the podcast.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, it was literally just sitting down and just having a good old chat.
So join us either next week or the week after, or the week after that, or the week after that, or the week after that, and so on. But thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Ciao.